welcome to today's Routine Clean With Me 2021. This is a messy house speed cleaning because as you can tell, my house is a complete disaster. So I'm sharing a complete disaster cleaning with you to give you some extreme cleaning motivation. If you're new here, I'm Becca. I'm a mom to 3 boys and a military spouse, and I would love for you to hit that subscribe button and join the family. I do a long cleaning video every single Sunday, and I know a lot of us need that cleaning motivation in our lives. So if you like that type of content, be sure to hit that button and join the family. Today we're working on the dining room and the kitchen. As you can tell, I had a ton of mail to go through. This is one of my weak spots. I hide my mail in the closet in the back entryway, and a lot of times it's out of sight, out of mind. I don't pay attention to it and it gets way out of control. So my husband needed to find some things in the mail pile, so we thought it was time to just really go through it once and for all and start clean again. Like I said, this particular day we were focusing mostly on the dining room and the kitchen. If you're new here, I do multiple days of cleaning when I do these long cleaning videos because I'm a mom and it's just easier to do it that way. I wish I could clean my entire house in one day, but I do not have that kind of time. So I usually throw a few days or 2 days together of a ton of cleaning, and that's exactly how this video is. So today we are working on the dining room and the kitchen because they're really just super messy. So I really just wanted to get them spotless and cleaned up again.
The only reason I keep sneaking out at night, keep wishing you would kiss me under city lights. I know you feel it every time I look at you. How I feel about you. Wish me the best of luck. I'm gonna win your love. Coming to get you, dying to feel your touch. Wish me the best of luck.
So on this night, to make my workload a little bit lighter, since I was doing all the cleaning, my husband did the cooking, which is wonderful. I love it when we do it like this. He has actually been off from work for about a month now because he was deployed for 7 months, so he took some time off and he got time off for just coming home. It's been so great having him home, and it's been great being able to delegate the chores and the tasks, and having somebody else just there to help has been great, especially after 7 months of doing it solely on my own. But he will have to go back to work soon, so most of the work will, as far as the household, will be mainly on my shoulders, except for on days that he's off. But it has been really nice having him home while I have. I'm using on the stove top a magic eraser sheet. I have had a few questions in the past on what I was using or if I was just using a paper towel and some cleaning solution, but I usually always use the magic eraser sheets on the stove top. It is the best for getting food off. It's just as good as the actual magic eraser. It's just more of a paper thin, so it's easier to use and get into certain areas. But let me tell you, any caked on food on here, I'm able to get off with this thing, which is wonderful.
Don't care if I get out of line. You feel that beat getting harder, floating on it. We're rebels at least for tonight. I don't care that my mind's going insane and my heart will burst into flames. No, I don't care about the heartache and pain. Just don't let the memories fade.
On this particular night, instead of doing the dishes first, I decided that I was going to clean off all the areas that didn't involve the mess from the dishes. That way it kind of broke it up. Every now and then I just have to change up exactly how I go about cleaning things just to, do it differently, kind of spicens it up, makes it less monotonous. And so on this night, I decided to change it up a little bit, and instead of going straight to dishes, I decided I would clean down all of the other countertops and then work on the dishes, which, by the way, on my countertops, I'm using the Method Daily Granite Spray. Now we're moving on to this pile of dishes, and most of it needed to go in the dishwasher. I did have a lot of things from dinner this night that needed to be washed, but we did pasta this night, and pasta, we don't all eat the same kind of pasta. I love Alfredo, my husband loves marinara, so when we do pasta, it usually requires using a lot of pots and pans. So it seems like we have a lot of dishes, we kind of do, but most of them, honestly, were just from dinner this night, surprisingly. So this is why I have to do dishes at the end of every night, because if I don't, especially on nights like this, they accumulate so fast, and then it gets totally out of control before I know it.
Meet me at the avenue. I don't need nobody else but me. It doesn't matter what you're gonna say. I just need time right now. I'm going alone tonight. I don't need nobody else but me. But I'm thinking about the way the way you make me grounded. Thinking about the way you used to hold me like a stone in the water, singing down, down, down. I'm still falling for you. Forget what I said, just come on over. Oh, forget what I said, just come on over. I know you wanna try, give me that space. I know you wanna find another reason.
I truly do love cleaning up the kitchen and the downstairs at the end of the night. There's just something that feels so great about heading upstairs for the night and the downstairs being maybe not spotless, but cleaned up, no dishes in the sink, things are put away, toys are put away. It's really nice to go upstairs to that, and then it's also nice to come down the next morning to a clean house. I really like a fresh start. I like to make myself eggs every morning. So when I go to the stove and I want to cook myself breakfast and cook breakfast for the kids, I want to have clean countertops and a clean stove, and the pots and pans I need to use for the morning breakfast I want to have clean. So I really do try to do that just to start my day off on the right foot the next day.
My dear friend, where have you been? Where have you gone? What did you win? Someone there, are you listening? Is it too late? My dear friend, we felt the sunshine, we found the gold. We thought we'd be forever young, but now I know we can't keep floating. We have to This is the beat of broken hearts. Is it all lost? We can't go.
Okay, I'm going to share with you a hack I learned on TikTok. When you go to put your trash bags in, do not shake them out. Put them on what feels like upside down and push them into your trash can. Apparently, this is the way that they were intended to be used, and we all just did not realize that. Since learning this, I absolutely love it. For one, because like you can tell, it's dark out. My kids were already going to bed at this time of night, so I don't want to be shaking out a bag because it's so loud, and it just seems to work so much better. You don't have to shake out the bag. You don't have to try and shuffle it in there while it's open and everything. You just literally put it on and push it in. It's seriously amazing. It's so funny the things that we learn on little things like TikTok every day that we're doing wrong. I've learned so many things. There's also this cool one with the strainer where you're supposed to actually put your strainer inside the pot and then tilt it to run the water out instead of actually pouring the pasta into the strainer. Very interesting.
My head is spinning off the edge.
Now moving on to day 2, and we are going to focus on cleaning, of course, but one of the main focuses on this day was vacuuming the floors. I really needed to vacuum the rugs and vacuum the floors in general. Honestly, the floors needed to be mopped, but I wasn't going to do that just because it was raining this day and it's supposed to rain for the next few days. And my dog just tracks in dirt and mud and everything anyway, so I'm not even going to go through the work of mopping and cleaning the mop and everything like that. I will just vacuum and mop in a few days when it stops raining. Let me know in the comments down below if you're like me and you do that, because I know some people would still mop anyways, but I just feel like it's a waste of time. The floors are just going to get really dirty again with the rain being trekked in. Let me know if you're the same way. Since I'm doing the floors, I figured I would go ahead and just wipe everything down in the living room as well, because the wool rug that we have, along with children and animals and stuff and dust, but the wool rug we have, it sheds, and when it sheds, it kind of sheds everywhere. Little particles get everywhere. So whenever I go ahead and vacuum, I try to just wipe everything down to get it, cleaned off again before I do the floors. Since I was doing the floors, I figured I would go ahead and get everything cleaned up, put back on the couch. The kids love to play with the pillows. They love making forts. So a lot of the times they will take the pillows off the couch and make a fort with them. So I'm constantly picking up pillows and putting them back in place. Plus, I really wanted to vacuum the couch since I was already vacuuming everything else anyways.
Every night I'm going on the grid, texting back, I want you, hit you up, I'm on the other side, I miss you, take you off, I came here way too strong, cannot keep it low key, got me drugged, your pheromones hit the roof, bottle your taste. It's really a bad reception out there, where you heading? Why ain't gravity pulling you in closer to me? I've lost you, but I need you, and you're off my radar now. I've lost you, telling you that I need you, but you're off my radar now. Found myself in between the lines, underneath your bed sheets. It started fun, but now I'm in too deep into this flow. A zero-sum game that I will lose. There's no zipping past it. Every time you walk away from me, I want you. How could I want you more? Or when did I lose my perspective? Oh God, have I lost it? But my cravings for you so shameless, can't get enough. I've lost you, but I need you, and you're off my radar now. I've lost you, telling you that I need you, but you're off my radar now. I'm like an outcast from pillar to post. There's no denial, I'm chasing ghosts. I'm like an outcast from pillar to post, hitting you up, but I'm stuck on hold. It's really a bad reception.
So you will notice that you do not see me vacuum the entire living room, and that is because my vacuum ends up dying. Unfortunately, I have a very old Dyson cordless, and it, unfortunately, like the newer models, does not have a long-lasting battery life. And typically I would, combat this with doing the rugs one day and then doing the floors another day. And that usually gives me enough battery life to do, the downstairs. But unfortunately, I wanted to really just vacuum so many areas today that I said, whatever, if the vacuum dies, it dies. I will plug it in and get the rest of the floors later. And that's exactly what I did, because I really just needed to do the couch and the rugs and just really get it all done. Now we are moving to the upstairs, and there wasn't a ton to clean in my room, but I really needed to dust. The dusting was like really bad in my room. It really needed to be done, and I needed to make my bed for the day. I try to do this every single day, even if it takes me halfway through the day to get to. I still try and make my bed every day. It just feels really good. It's like having a clean kitchen at the end of the night. Coming up to my bed at the end of the day with it being made, it just looks pretty. I love it. It makes me happy. It makes me feel like I'm put together for the day in some sense. So I go ahead and just do that.
Might be easier just to let it go. Cut the cable short and the problem solved. Might be easier for you. I do it all night.
I can always tell when it's been too long and I need to dust this room, because this black piece of furniture shows every little bit of dust. As you can tell from certain angles, you can see just how dusty it is, and it's only been about a week since I've dusted this. It gets dusty so fast. So I try to keep up with the dusting as much as I can up here, because seeing it like that just makes you want to do it more often.
Sing for me, darling, it's been quiet for a day now. Can't bear the silence inside my own head. I keep on hoping somehow we can make this alright. Just keep on trying.
Before I move on to another room, I wanted to start a load of laundry. I only had one load of laundry today that I wanted to get done, so I figured start it now while I finish cleaning. It can be washing and drying, and by the time I'm done cleaning, I can give it a quick fold. I also wanted to show you guys this. This is a tank in my washing machine. It's called Smart Dispense. It fills up to 50 ounces of laundry detergent. So I do not need to add laundry detergent into every load that I do. I get a lot of questions on why I didn't add detergent, or if you just missed it, or what just happened. So I wanted to show that, and I will try my hardest to mention whenever I do laundry in these videos, because I forget sometimes that so many new people see each video and they don't know. I mention it a lot in my videos, but every now and then I forget to mention it and I get a lot of questions on it. It's a really cool feature. It's one of the reasons why we decided to buy this set. There are other reasons as well, but that was one of them. But yeah, I need to mention it more often. I just wanted you guys to know I do put laundry detergent in with my laundry. We are going to work on the playroom now though, because as you can tell, it is a mess, but this room is always honestly messy. It's upstairs, it's out of sight, out of mind. I've mentioned before, I usually only clean this room about once a week. I let the kids have a field day throughout the week, and they do pick up a bit themselves too, but being that they're so young, they're not that great at it, but they do try to pick up throughout the week, and then they drag it out again. It's just a continuous cycle, but for the most part, I don't touch this room but maybe once a week, so I don't mind all of the toys in here because I really don't sweat the mess up here. It doesn't bother me. It's not something I waste a lot of time on because I only clean up this room really good about once a week, so I just don't spend a lot of time or energy or anything on it. I know I have gotten questions in the past about how it doesn't drive me nuts, and that's really just what it is. I just don't devote a lot of time and energy to it, except for, like I said, a good cleanup once a week, and then kind of just leave it whatever the rest of the week because it's out of sight, out of mind.
Like helium.
Now we're in the boys' bedroom, and I really just wanted to focus on making their beds and dusting in here. I try to make their beds every single day, just like in my room. Once again, just makes me feel good. I think the boys really enjoy it too. Tristan likes to come in here and obviously help. But I wanted to focus on making their beds and dusting because I noticed when I was picking out their clothes this morning that their dresser was really, really dusty. There's like a little lip on each drawer, and I noticed it was very dusty. So I know on video you can't really see that, but it was pretty gross. So I decided that we would go ahead and dust their room on this day.
I know the sun is getting warmer, but when we soar away among the clouds, the sky is just a border, but when we're floating up like helium.
Now I really only have left the laundry. I need to switch it, get it into the dryer so that we can get it out and fold it as soon as it's done.
Shooting me with words, but I won't let them bruise. Even though it hurts, I won't show it to you. 'Cause it will
I'm gonna go ahead and hang my wet clothes in the closet. I separate it, it's not dripping wet. I try to separate it so it's not touching anything else and just get it hung up so it can dry overnight before I put it away.
Let me tell you, not because my eyes are open, your words will keep bouncing away. And even if you're trying to hurt me, my skin's getting thicker each day. I don't know how you fall asleep at night, knowing that your words are...
One thing I love about only doing one laundry load a day, this doesn't happen very often. Most of the days I do a couple a day, but on the days where I only do one load, I feel like I have a lot more motivation to actually fold it as soon as it's done, because there isn't more going on. It's not as daunting, and it just feels so much easier to do and handle when I stick to one load a day. But most of the time I cannot do that because life gets crazy, and some days I don't get the opportunity to do a load of laundry, so then we have to make up for that on another day.
I used to let it in, all the things you said. You try to turn me into somebody else, but it will ricochet. I won't let it bite. I will look at you and tell you that I'm alright. Like a ricochet, it will come back to you.
All right, friends, I want to thank you so much for choosing to click on this video today. Thank you so much for coming by and watching. Thank you for hanging out with me today. I hope you got some extreme cleaning motivation you needed. If you're new here, be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on your bell notifications, and give this video a thumbs up because that really helps my channel. And I will catch you guys on the next one. Bye.